Welcome to the Fright Lab. I'm Lucas Yoakum, and it's day 3 of October 2025, aka spooky season. And tonight, we're going to do a quick, kind of fun-sized review of a movie I didn't think I was going to enjoy. That is Creepshow. Now, I'm going to guess that about 75 to 80%, maybe more, of our listener base is already familiar with the absolutely seminal 1980s anthology horror film, Creepshow. It is kind of the bastard love child of Stephen King and George Romero. Two great tastes that taste great together. What can we say? Talking about anthology films for me is a bit of a struggle because, quite frankly, like horror anthologies as a premise have never done it for me, with the exception, of course, of Tales from the Crypt, which I'm a huge fan of. I find that most anthologies are kind of either directly or indirectly aping Tales from the Crypt and Creepshow. For whatever reason, I think it's such a winning formula that I suspect that's why people want to go after it. There is something about Creepshow that I think others don't get, and Tales from the Crypt, we're not going to talk about Tales from the Crypt tonight beyond this, but it is just kind of a reference point. But the thing that they get right is, specifically the thing that Creepshow gets right, is there's kind of a layer of good-natured sleaze. There's a meanness to all of the stories. And when you get right down to it, every segment of Creepshow is kind of a revenge story in a way. And there's something, well, very satisfying about revenge stories, isn't there? There's something that's sort of fun watching someone get their comeuppance. Also, Creepshow is very strongly a horror comedy. Might be the only horror comedy I really plan on watching this October. Most of the time, horror comedy isn't really funny or scary. Fans of the show already know that I'm not a fan. But I will say that I chuckled a great deal at this film, though I've got to admit, it was kind of a mean chuckle in a way, if that makes any sense. It's funny in the darkest possible way. So, just a couple of quick points about Creepshow that I think are really worth considering here is that, one, it's another case of kind of a shockingly good cast. I'm a big fan of Leslie Nielsen. His segment just absolutely tickled me pink. I was very, very happy with it. Ted Danson makes an appearance. You never realize that you're a Ted Danson fan until you see him do something you really enjoy. He was excellent in it. The special effects. It's Tom Savini. Tom Savini, at that point in his career, I don't know if he did anything better, you know? I mean, yeah, he did Dawn of the Dead, and that's an absolute classic. He did the head explosion in Lustig's Maniac, which you all know I'm a fan of. But I feel like the special effects he did for Creepshow are so much fun and so out there that it's, I don't know, it's enjoyable on its own merits. So this is the rare occasion where I kind of have to eat some crow and say, this is an anthology film that I actually particularly enjoy. It's well worth your time. If you want something fun for this spooky season that's going to be gross and scary, but also funny, that has kind of a party feel, like I know that's going to be a strange statement. Creepshow has a certain partiness to it, a certain party flavor that I really like. So it holds up. It has lived up to what I think a lot of horror comedies fail to do. It manages to hold up after all these years. It's still a great watch. It's made me almost feel a little nostalgic for a certain era of horror that's a little hard to scratch nowadays because, well, so much of what happened in that era feels a little disposable now. But Creepshow, man, what can I say? You guys really, if you haven't watched it recently, or for some reason have never seen it before now, you know, go give this a watch sometime this month. I mean, hell, you could watch it any month. Yeah, okay, I grant that. But give it a watch this month. It is perfectly timed, and I don't know. It is definitely a movie that I think maybe I haven't been as kind to as I should be, and it's absolutely worth your consideration. So with that, we're going to wrap up here. I want to really quickly thank everybody who's checked out these little short episodes we're doing. We've had a pretty good feedback to it, and I'm really, really happy with that. And, you know, siblings, we do this because you guys love it, and we have a lot of fun. And, you know, doing these sort of bite-sized, fun-sized segments has been a real challenge. It's been something I've really enjoyed. So with that, I'm going to get on with the rest of my night so you can get on with the rest of yours. The Fright Lab is, of course, written and researched by me, Lucas Yoakum. It is produced and beaten into beautiful shape by the one and only Joseph Wren. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we will talk to you all again very, very soon.